everyone. Today I am here to teach you the E major chord. This is a tough one. In fact, I was a little on the fence about whether or not I should even do this in my introductory beginner series, but we're going to kind of end up this series with this chord because it falls under the category of something that we call bar chords. And bar chords are tough to play. They require a lot of left hand strength, but I'm going to teach you how to do it. If you look up a song and you see an E major chord, or just a plain E as E major, you might see this particular fingering. I'm going to put the graphic up, okay? But if you look at that, it's like you have to spread your hand so wide to even get your fingers in that place that actually using a bar chord for E major is a lot easier. Now, what is a bar chord? A bar chord is where you actually use your first finger as a literal bar across all four strings. And this is where a couple of things are going to come into play that you haven't really had to worry about as much to this point. First, you have to have your thumb behind the neck. If you've been playing with your thumb out here, this is going to be a problem. Hopefully, you've been playing with your thumb behind the neck because you're going to need that counter pressure, something to kind of push your finger into. The other thing that's going to come into play for the first time really is the fret markers that are marked on the neck, these little dots. Depending on what model of ukulele you have, if you look on the side, you should have fret markers on the neck, like facing you. So if you're looking down, you should see these dots. And these are going to be helpful because the barred version of E major, I'm going to go ahead and put the graphic up, you have to bar on the 4th fret, which means you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is a fret marker on the 5th fret. So if you know that the fret marker is on the 5th fret, you're always just going to bar right in front of it. So when I put my finger down, I'm always looking for that 5th fret because I know that instantly I go to the 4th. So what you're going to do to play your E major chord, and this might take you a little bit of time, but you're going to basically bar, meaning go down the 4th fret and push down all 4 strings, and with your pinky, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 more frets and put your pinky down, and you get this. Okay? That is your E major chord. Now, some people take their middle finger and they kind of push down on top of their first finger to make sure that all 4 are pushed down, and then they bring their pinky over. But that is your E major chord barred. It's actually easier to play it barred, and you really need to get used to this because if you're going to move on to more advanced playing, bar chords are inevitable. You can't get away from them, even though I wish I could. Okay, so what we're going to do is your exercise sheet that's attached, if you take that out, if you click on it, I'm looking at mine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the barred version of D major as well, and the song that we're going to use to kind of work on these basically goes between the A major, which you should have already learned, the E barred, and the D barred, okay? Here's the thing. So bar chords can be kind of cool because all you're going to do is move the shape. So the E bar chord is on the 4th fret. But if you take your hand and you slide it up 2 frets, same exact thing, same hand position, you have the D chord, barred as well. So this is a D chord barred. You slide your hand position up 2 frets. There's your E. Slide down 2 frets to the 2nd fret. Okay, and then slide up 2 frets, same hand position. Okay, so you have your D barred and your E barred, and we're going to learn a song that goes between those two. So go ahead and look at your exercise sheet, and we are going to start on A major. Now, A major, remember, it's almost like F, except that we're kind of moving over 1 string to make it an A. Let's go ahead and play our A major just to make sure it's right. Okay. So what we're going to do for our first exercise is we're going to go between the A and the D barred. And then we're going to go back to A. And then we're going to go to the D barred just because it's a little bit easier because you're starting here on your A. Then you're going to put your first finger down across the 2nd fret and come to the D. And then we're going to move to the E. Okay, so let's do 4 strums on A major. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put your finger on the 2nd fret, bar it, come down 1, 2, 3, pinky here, and play 4 D barred chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to A major 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. First finger across the 2nd fret, pinky down 3 frets, D, 3, 4. Okay, there's your first exercise. Now the second one is where you're going to go between your D and E barred. Now the reason that we use the bar version of D when we're going back and forth between E and D is it's really hard to get from this D and then bar all the way, you know? Whereas if you keep your hand in the same position, you can slide in between the two a lot easier. But you have to practice it, and this will become muscle memory, and it will get easier. So you're going to go to your D barred, straight across, flat. Count 3 frets down, 1, 2, 3. Put your pinky here. There's your D. Let's do exercise number 2. So 4 strums on D barred. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now keep your hand in this exact position. Slide it up 2 frets. There's your E. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't move your hand position. Slide down 2 frets. D, 2, 3, 4. Slide your whole hand position up 2 frets. E, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now you're going to notice, hand is going to start to hurt. Left hand strength is really, really important as you move along, getting that good grip and pushing down. And as your hand is strengthened, this gets a lot easier. Okay, the last one we're going to do, this is actually the pattern of the song that you're going to learn, is going from A to E to D, back up to E, and then back down to A. So we're just going to do A major, go up to the 4th fret, do your E barred, slide down to your D barred, slide up to your E barred, and then you'll go back to A. All right, so A major 4 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now count 1, 2, 3. 4th bar, 4th fret, bar it. Count your frets 1, 2, 3. That's where you put your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go to D. Just slide your hand. D, 2, 3, 4. Keep your hand in that same position. Slide it up. Here's your E. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I know this is hard. In fact, this is the hardest thing I've asked you to do yet, and that's why normally I don't do bar chords until I move into that kind of intermediate advanced. So if you're not quite ready for this, your hand strength isn't there yet, just kind of practice just playing a bar chord here and there. You don't have to kind of do a lot of it, but it is something that you will need to know, and it's such a great skill because being able to slide your hand position and keep it in the same spot is really helpful, and it's a time saver actually, instead of having to switch your whole hand around. So practice these exercises slowly at your own pace and make sure that each string is ringing out. You can use your 2nd finger to help you push down if you need to, but this will help you as you move forward. So the next thing is we're going to teach you a song that uses these chords and really just is helping you go in between the chords, the bar chords, and then that's pretty much it. That rounds out kind of the beginner level ukulele course. So if you've stuck with me this long, thank you so much for being part of this class. I have truly enjoyed teaching it. Hopefully you like our next song and you get used to playing those bars, but quite honestly, you can play a ton of songs without using bar chords. It is a skill that you probably do want to know. So have a great day. Keep playing, keep trying. Don't give up. You've got this, and I will talk to you soon.